The search for truth never ends. Introducing June's Journey, a hidden object mobile game with a captivating story. Connect with friends, explore the roaring 20s, and enjoy thrilling activities and challenges while supporting environmental causes. After 7 years, the adventure continues with our immersive travels feature. Explore distant cultures and engage in exciting experiences. There's always something new to discover. Are you ready? Download June's Journey now on Android or iOS.
This season, a new hot deal has arrived at Metro. $25 a line for 4 lines with all the data you need and 4 free Samsung Galaxy A15 5G phones. Getting Metro's best deals is easy. No ID required, no activation fees. Get a new number or keep your own. It's up to you. That's 4 lines for $25 a line, plus 4 free phones. Visit a store or go online today. Only at Metro by T-Mobile.
When you join Metro Plus Tax, for a limited time and subject to change. Max 1 offer per account.
From Disney, on March 21st, the musical movie event of the year arrives in theaters.
My name is Snow White.
Flawless.
Exquisite.
Get tickets now.
Waiting on a wind.
Snow White will have you on your feet
I think that's a wonderful idea.
and cheering for more.
I was thinking the same thing.
Experience the magical story.
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
Snow White.
Disney's Snow White, only in theaters March 21st. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Tickets on sale now.
At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile, built for tomorrow's emergencies, ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
TaxAct knows filing your small business taxes can be a nightmare, like the kind where you're being chased by a giant W-2 form and you're running and running, but you can never reach the submit button. Or something like that. So, TaxAct offers Expert Assist with live tax experts to make filing taxes less scary. Now, you can just have pleasant dreams about being chased by other giant, non-threatening paperwork. TaxAct. Let's get them over with.
I knew it. Another RHOA Media production.
Hi, Chantel.
Hey, Roxanne.
I was just like updating Chantel with the 411 in my family life, not my immediate family, just, you know, like the BS drama that goes on. And I was like, oh, okay, should we start now? And she's like, yeah. So, you know, do you guys have that one person you tell everything to outside of your husband? I feel like,
hope.
Really? I mean, I think a lot of
my husband's not even fun to like tell stuff to.
My husband's so not fun to tell things.
Yeah,
to.
like my husband, like you gossip a lot. I'm like, oh my god,
oh my god. My husband makes me feel like shit about it too. Where
which you're probably right, to be honest. But like, okay, you just took away the fun.
Or he'll try to get me to see the other side.
Yeah,
and
your husband does it a lot.
Yeah, but he does it not because he agrees. Like, it's just like the lawyer in him where he wants to debate. And I'm like, okay, why did I even tell you this? And I am such a person where I have a lot of self-awareness. So I always look at every side and could it have been a coincidence? Could it have not? And so I'm like, Jacob, just stop. So I don't even tell him anything. So Chantel's like my go-to where I literally tell her absolutely everything. And I think you tell me everything.
Yeah, no, vice versa.
Yeah. By the way, she still hasn't shared her location with me.
Like, were you asking me to do it?
I mean,
do you want my location?
I would have just, if that were me and I got off
think about it.
No, as soon as we stopped the podcast, if that were me, I'd be like, let me just send it to her because I have friends that I've known for 5 years that have it. So let me send it to her.
I've known these friends for more than 5 years.
Whatever it is, whatever the case may be. So, yeah. You guys though, huh?
I said we'll see.
Yeah, you like to play hard to get.
Yeah, and it usually works for me.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even play. Just like I am. Like I really just don't care.
Yeah.
Like I don't play. Like I don't do it for fun.
I just saw that Tamara tweeted something about an hour ago that said, back with my Teddy Joe, and suddenly everything makes sense again.
I mean, yeah, that's sweet. And that is for sure true. Like, you know, like when you're going through tough times, like outside of the bullshit drama, like that's what matters. But it's also like, okay.
Yeah, I know. And that everyone's
Let's see
like,
what happens in a week.
oh my gosh, those jeans that Tamara's wearing are from Zara. I have them. And everyone's like talking about how she's wearing the jeans that Jen literally wore last season. And I got that style from Jen too. So funny. Okay. Anywho. Yeah, so you guys, I wanted to tell you that I ended up watching Atlanta, and
what'd you think?
It was so good. So good.
I thought so too. And like, I mean,
I don't understand how people don't think it was good. I mean, I think it was like half and half, but there were people that acted like it wasn't that good. I will say the one thing was the house confessionals was weird.
Whose
Did
house
you not notice
confessionals?
that? How they're like zooming out of the confessionals and they're making it like they're showing like the whole house in the confessionals. Like a lot of people were commenting on the editing of Real House of Atlanta, and they're like,
it did seem like very theatrical, but I kind of like that. It's like we need that back, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
liked it.
Yeah, I just that was like weird to me though. But
how are you liking the new girls? But since you like know Atlanta, do you think it's gonna work out with these new girls like Kelly and then that's the only one I know so far.
There's Britt. You know what? I'm liking every single person.
Yeah, I think they're all gonna bring some drama and like flavor and just like even in the moments of like you know watching their personal life, like example for Kelly, like when she was like spoiling her daughter, I'm like, oh my God, I love watching these things. Like it's just crazy, you know? And so it's just fun to me.
Yeah, I will say I need to know why Shamia wasn't cast. Like, why did it take Bravo this long to cast her? Because I actually find her to be reality gold. I think she has like this lighthearted personality and she has like a great story. Even when she was talking about how I do want to know why she did a surrogate though. But when she was talking about a surrogate and then now her baby, imagine a baby having multiple surgeries. Like I can't fathom that. Any mother who has to go through that, you are literally God's gift to this earth. I don't know how, and I know like what, we have no choice, right? But to me, those are the strongest women in the world. So just even hearing that story, I was dying when she was talking about how she met her husband and how she like shit in his toilet and he still called her the next day.
That was so scary. I was like, there is no way, unless like I would have to go to the hospital, be rushed to the hospital, that I would do that.
I know. Yeah. And just so you guys know, even till this day, when we're at a hotel, we like will use the lobby as a bathroom. Until use the lobby.
No, I swear. Like there is no, and like unless like the bathroom is like not like it's like a little bit farther from the room and like it's not that noticeable. Like, but there is no way. Like these women who are so comfortable. Like I mean, hey, it got her man, but like damn.
Listen, it's not because of our husbands that we're like this. I think also I grew up where my mom never passed gas in front of my dad. Like and some people like are like, why? Like I love to do it. And I'm like, I don't know why anyone would love that. Like, why would you want to use the bathroom in front of I don't know. And I like vice versa. I don't want to be there when my husband's using the bathroom. Yeah. I mean, he's obviously less shy, but for me, like when we're in a hotel or something, I'll have him go in the patio just because I'm like, you know, or I'll just like wait and like I'll go upstairs when we're at the pool or something. But when she was saying that, and me and my husband have different bathrooms, by the way. We don't like, I have my own toilet because I'm scared of toilets. So there's no way I'm sharing a toilet with a man. That's the most disgusting thing ever.
Well, that's nice that you could do that.
Yeah. And when she just said that story and then she was like, and he's clearly so successful. And she's like, I was myself. And you could just tell that she genuinely loves her husband and she's so excited to talk about him, but not in like a fake overpowering way. More so like, that's my man. I love him and I'm genuinely happy. But the fact that they waited this long to give Shamia a peach, I don't know. That needs to be studied because I don't understand it.
Yeah, I don't either. Especially because I have never really watched her before. So I'm curious like how she presented herself or how they presented her as like a friend of. She clearly is like the glue for this like group. It's like she's the one that knows everybody.
It was nothing like, by the way, what we're seeing here. She was not presented like that. Yeah. she was like down. She was friends with Candy, friends with Portia, but nothing like what we're seeing.
Well, another thing that was so crazy is like this is why like it's so funny watching franchise to franchise. Like I've never just seen two girls go to like the strip club to hang out and have a good time. Like wasn't that crazy when her and Portia did that?
It's so Atlanta coded though.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Yeah, I could so see that. She mentioned that, you're talking about some of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, like the new ones. And she mentioned that one of them, when she knew that they were really close friends, that when her, I think it's a son, I'm not sure, her second baby was in the NICU, she like would make food for her. And those are my type of people. Like that person, it's like, anyone when you're going through it and they're bringing dinner to you, to me, those are the best type of people. Like anytime anyone's having a baby, I always like DoorDash some food.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I loved hearing that because that's like a self-awareness girly. And, we love our self-awareness girlies. Another thing was they named their, either it was like a girl or a boy. Cause the reason that I don't know is because this name is gender neutral, Shiloh. You guys, Shiloh was my baby name. I wanted to name Jack Shiloh. I wanted to name Elle Shiloh. I am obsessed with Shiloh for boy or girl, and my husband was just not having it. And keep in mind, I have gender neutral names. Like I have Charlie, I have Sloan, and Jack is just like a basic name because I like basic classic names. And I wanted Shiloh. And so when I saw that, I was very jealous.
No, it's such a beautiful name.
Yeah. So Shamia throws a house. I want to go into her like house party that she's throwing. She just bought like a $9 million mansion, and her husband gives her a $430,000 Rolls Royce. And it's just crazy that people could have money like that.
No, I just don't get it. Like, where is this happening? Because I don't see this ever in my future. And I don't see it in my future with my friends either. Like, where are these people?
I know, it's so nice. I mean, these people are older, so.
I know, but still.
Yeah, I know. I was just okay. So Portia's like her best friend, right? And the fact that Portia came late and then while the car reveal happened was trying to make it her moment, that kind of pissed me off.
Yeah, everyone got pissed off by that. And they're like, get your ass, like sneak to the side. Like, it's not your moment, it's my moment. Like, what are you doing? Like, this is not the time to say hi to me, okay?
Yeah. It's going to take me a minute to like know faces and names just because it always does whenever we have like multiple new housewives. Like I know in New Jersey, like the friends of, I was in, they barely even got shown. I never knew who was who at first, but there was one of the new housewives who calls out Portia.
It's Kelly.
Okay, that's Kelly. So Kelly calls out Portia because Portia's going through a divorce with Simon. She finds out basically the person she married is not the same human. And like, she's been cheated on, and she says like, well, that was Portia's karma. What did you think about that?
I think it's like she actually walked in the shoes and say, until you walk into that someone's shoes, I just think mind your own business. You still don't know the ins and outs of that relationship. So like, that's going to get you not to be her friend right away. So like, if that's your goal, then okay, go ahead and be hard on it.
It is a show, Chantel.
I know, but still.
Yeah.
Because what is that true? What she's saying?
I mean, yeah, that was literally her
husband.
Yeah, she met her through her good friend Fallon, who was married to him.
Yeah, I mean, so she's
and definitely. That's why this whole Drew and Dennis thing. Does Portia have even a leg to stand on? Could Portia be upset about the Drew and Dennis thing?
Absolutely. No. That right there for sure. Like if it's your baby daddy and your good friend does not tell you, yeah. But if your good friend tells you, then you have no issue. You shouldn't.
Fallon was introduced on the Real Housewives of Atlanta as Portia's good friend. Fallon was married to Simon, and they have kids together.
No,
Portia ends up marrying Simon.
Yeah, I guess like it's like
this exact thing.
This is her karma. I'm just saying like you don't do two wrongs don't make a right, So like Drew should be the one saying like, listen, like I am catching feelings for him. So like I just want to let you know. Like that's all she could do. And then Portia can get mad at that point.
I mean, the Drew and Dennis thing is honestly crazy. It's so
he's not even like cute. So it's like, what the heck?
Oh my gosh, he's so oh gosh, he's disgusting. But it's so crazy to me because to me he seems like a big clout chaser, because I think one of them said that they had hooked up with him before, and he like hooks up with like tons of women. That is such an ick for me. if I knew like my guy has like hooked up with like everyone in Atlanta. If like everyone had just seen my husband hooked up with, I'd be like, dude, this is such an ick. This is so gross.
And
And
what's
so
crazy is that Ralph is living in her basement.
you guys, Ralph is so fucking toxic, by the way.
Like it's crazy. Yeah, but it's crazy that like that they have to like the court ordered have them living in the basement.
I know. See, it's hard because you haven't like watched the last couple seasons, but like I also think that Drew is very toxic, but Ralph seems like the biggest narcissist in the entire world. It's so funny because I think everyone's a narcissist now that I'm on TikTok. Because TikTok just like brings that out where they explain how everybody in life is a narcissist. Like I will literally be on the phone and talking about this, and my husband's like, "You need to get off of TikTok. Like you just need to stop." And I know we talk about this a lot, but I don't know. So Kenya had said that she was cut out with a lot of the scenes. And I just am like really sad by this Kenya thing because even when Kenya was talking to Drew about Dennis and like low-key throwing shade, like, are you guys like together? What's going on or whatever? I just hate that. I know she did something so messy, but I just think they should have let her ride out the whole season and then like go ahead and fire her, do what you want. But to know that Portia's back on our screens and I love it. Phaedra's coming back. And then so far the girls, I don't mind. Who's the girl that has been?
Let's be real. Life is busy, and the last thing I want to do after a long day is cook. That's why I'm obsessed with Factor. Their Protein Plus meals gives me 30 grams of protein per meal, so I stay full and energized without any of the prep work. I love these for lunchtime, you guys. It's so nice. I look forward to my lunches because of this. And one of my absolute favorite meals also is this Tex-Mex bowl. It's like beef with cheese and cauliflower rice. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Rich, flavorful, and way better than the takeout. Plus, with 40 plus options every week, there's always something new to try. Whether you're eating keto, calorie smart, or just want delicious meals without the hassle, Factor got you covered. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/Factor Podcast and use code Factor Podcast to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's factormeals.com/Factor Podcast with code Factor Podcast for 50% off. You guys, trust me on this. This is the one thing I'll tell you guys. Try. You guys will love it. It's the best thing ever.
This podcast is supported by Progressive, a leader in RV insurance. RVs are for sharing adventures with family, friends, and even your pets. So if you bring your cats and dogs along for the ride, you'll want Progressive RV Insurance. They protect your cats and dogs like family by offering up to $1,000 in optional coverage for vet bills in case of an RV accident, making it a great companion for the responsible pet owner who loves to travel. See Progressive's other benefits and more when you quote RV insurance at Progressive.com today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Pet injury is an additional coverage and subject to policy terms.
This episode is brought to you by Honda. Introducing the all-new, all-terrain Honda Passport Trail Sport, the most off-road capable Honda Passport Honda has ever dreamt up. The Passport features increased ground clearance, roof rails on all trims, and available specially developed all-terrain tires. And you'll stay comfortable with tri-zone climate control and available features like heated and ventilated front seats and a panoramic moonroof. Learn more at honda.com/passport.
Empower. Claire is practicing her breathing for her upcoming yoga retreat in Bali. Has she ever done yoga before? No. But Claire worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Join our 19 million customers today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisor Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Om Namaste.
Are your ulcerative colitis symptoms proving difficult to manage? Tremfya guselkumab can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. At 1 year, many patients taking Tremfya achieved clinical remission, and some patients also achieved endoscopic remission. Individual results may vary. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and TB. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor if Tremfya can help you manage the cycle of UC symptoms. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more, or visit tremfyaradio.com.
I don't know. That I swear I don't know anyone else's name except Kelly.
Yeah, we're gonna get lit up
I
because
know. Well, I have to like I didn't know we were gonna really talk about it. I just was like watching the first episode, but like once I write names, like I'll know. Like once you write notes the first time, then we'll know.
did you really, it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like they kept talking about how she's like married to him and he seems like someone who is just gonna be there to support, but
The
he
basketball player, right? You're talking about her?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know. I forgot her name. I don't know.
I know, and I didn't write notes either, but I was like, let me see. Like, I need to see if I'm gonna even like this.
Yeah, same.
And I liked it.
Another show like too that like I wonder are people watching the Denise Richards show? It just came out last week, so like are people liking it?
Oh my gosh, the ratings actually were amazing.
No way.
I'm shocked by the ratings. I'm shocked. Oh my gosh, speaking of ratings, so well, we could also talk about this on Patreon, but speaking of ratings, I don't know, someone like put ratings for everyone's like recent season, the premiere, what the ratings were. And I guess New Jersey had the highest ratings. And Melissa like made that her story.
She
And
loves doing that, you guys
you
too.
guys, imagine Kyle Richards doing shit like that. Like, imagine your whole personality. You know, we talked about like people making like pregnancy their whole personality or getting married their whole personality. Melissa literally makes this show her entire personality. Like she's constantly reposting stats about New Jersey.
Yeah, she's
She's
like
the only one doing it. The only one.
She's made multiple comments before about how, you know, like New Jersey brings in the ratings and like they treat us like they do her promos, like which is true, you know, but like it's just funny how she's the one that's always stating it.
She wrote
Like, take that up with your production staff then. Like, why don't you say something to them? Like, say something
just
to them
gonna
about
let
it.
everyone take this in for a second. And it shows New Jersey as 837 thousand viewers for the first episode. Then it goes Beverly Hills, then it goes Atlanta. And oh my gosh, Atlanta did amazing this month. They did 723,000 for their premiere, and that's great. And then it goes Orange County, it goes Potomac, Dubai, Miami, and then what's this one right
But
here?
they do Miami dirty though. They don't even promote it. Like it's like so like messed up.
And it's crazy because Salt Lake City is like one of the last two. But it's just, you guys, that is so cringe to me. Like Melissa's pushing 50 years old. Like she's 48 years old. And every day she's like out at a club, which I guess like live your best life. Maybe because again, you guys have to understand coming from me who's such like a homebody and like does not like that. Like I like being at home with my husband. Like I don't need to go everywhere that someone invites me, and then constantly, even though the show has ended, making it my whole personality where it's like our show is the best one. Again, you're not going to see Kyle Richards, you're not going to see Portia doing that, you're not going to see these women do that and like repost that because it's never that serious.
Yeah, it's
like
not that deep to like
this
be
is like your
competing with
job.
other. Yeah,
like
like to
who
be
are you trying
competing
to
with
prove
other
it
people.
to? Yeah.
Yeah, to herself basically.
Yeah, it's again, if you're not on our Patreon, I think it was Melissa, one of our listeners. She's like, she had said one time, and it always sucks with me, where it's like, I never ever feel like I need to be validated the way Melissa does, and Melissa Gorga does.
So
I'm like,
true.
yeah, and it's funny because I'm pretty sure it was Melissa, one of our listeners, who said that. But I'm like, for real, like, may we never have to be like that. To who? Why are we proving something? Like, we get it. No one said that New Jersey wasn't a hit. It said it can't work divided. We're not going to continue this toxicity of it being divided, period. Anyways, I'm sorry. And, I told Chantel we're going to do a quick episode because I'm so tired. And here I am ranting. And we're not on video today because, you guys, I was so tired and I put my hair up, I showered, and I'm currently in bed doing it.
Do not be putting it out there that we're gonna go on video every week. Like we're like every single episode. Like we said once a week at least.
I know, but I'm like proud of us for doing it and stuff. So by the way, if you're on our Patreon, you get the videos, but when we are doing videos, they're on YouTube. So we have a YouTube channel. We're not, like great at YouTube or anything, but the videos.
I'm on there. I'm commenting. We have a little
Yes, Michelle loves YouTube. Like you love. For some reason, you love it. You love like engaging with everyone on YouTube.
Yeah.
So funny.
It's fun because I just feel like people are like real, like if they're honest, like I mean, some have been rude, but like if they're honest, like they're like constructive. They give you the constructive feedback because you can write a lot. It's like blog style. So I love it. I love it over there.
Let's talk Beverly Hills. What do we think about the episode?
I liked it a lot, actually.
I thought it was good. I didn't have like a moment of it being boring or anything.
Exactly. So then I think that's always a good sign.
So Dorit meets with PK in this episode to talk about what are the future plans. And it's crazy to me because Dorit is kind of fighting for this marriage, but you could tell that Dorit doesn't even like PK and PK absolutely does not like her. But it's like the thought of marriage that she is more concerned about. Like she just wants to be comfortable in a marriage, even though she knows that her and PK just are kind of both checked out. They're going to continue to have communication problems. And he's so over it, but like she still would rather be married, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, like to me, like Jury was asking all the right questions in this meeting. She's just like wants to know what the heck is up. But like this is also where you can kind of see that there's always two sides to the story because he's like, Jury, you didn't even read the full email. You're only reading a portion of the email that I sent you. So you're always like wondering like what's there's more to the story, you know? And like Dorit's just kind of giving her side and like a side that's making her look the best. But you guys, for sure, PK does not want to be married to her. I don't feel that way about Dorit. Like I feel like she's still holding on to something. I don't know what it is for her kids, for like an image. I don't know what it is, but like
I think for an image.
Yeah, she's letting him pull the strings and she knows that. Like if I knew the guy had the power to get a divorce, like the way my ass would be in control of that situation, I would not allow that to happen.
Yeah. Because it's all out there. So at this point, it's all out there. There's nothing to hide.
They haven't like got a divorce yet. And so this is like almost like what, like a year ago? Like 8 months ago?
Yeah. Yeah. But my whole thing is like, it's all out there. There's no protecting. So at this point, I'm like going to divorce you because like you clearly don't want to be with me.
Yeah. I want to talk about a lot about the Garcelle and Sutton conversation because they were sitting down and Garcelle was, telling Sutton about the conversation she had with Dorit. And we see a lot of Garcelle, again, you guys, talking in the confessionals, but Garcelle says a lot. She basically says Sutton's scared of Kyle and she wants to be like, she's basically her minion too. Like she can't stand up to Kyle. What do you think about that?
So Garcelle, we like come for Garcelle, but I'm actually like liking her these past episodes because like what she's saying, it makes a lot of sense. And she is calling it out. And as much as like where Kyle stands, a lot of what Garcelle's saying makes so much sense when it comes to Kyle.
100%. But why isn't she saying, no, I'm saying, why isn't she telling Dorit, like, you want to be best friends with Kyle so much that you were like, you bow down to her. Like, she doesn't say that to her. She says it in the confessionals.
Yeah, it's with Sutton, you mean?
Yeah, she says, oh yeah, with Sutton, sorry. Like she's having a conversation with Sutton, she's hearing Sutton, like, she tries to get tea out of Sutton, like, oh, Dorit said this about Kyle. And like, isn't it weird that Kyle's not like, we can't ask Kyle these questions, but we can talk about Mauricio. And then like, she's like, I don't want to get in her business. And then in the confessionals right away, Garcelle's like, Sutton just wants to be best friends with Kyle. So she's scared to make her upset.
But here's the thing is like Sutton did call out Kyle in the beginning. I mean, what was it when she like called out the cheating or she called out something.
Last one.
Yeah, like in a couple episodes back, she did that. So it's not like she's not calling out Kyle. I mean, there's only so much that you could call out with your friend. If you're really trying to build a relationship, there's only so much. Because if Kyle did that or if Sutton did that with Garcelle would be like, all right, enough, bro. Like, you're not my friend if you're going to keep calling me out. Like, we're friends. There has to be like a level of loyalty. And so that's what's happening. But Kyle like does not like Sutton. I don't believe that at all. I think that Sutton wants to be in that circle so badly. She wants to be accepted by Kyle. And I think that she would have Kyle having her back if she didn't do shady things, but she was still in the beginning of the seasons. Like she was still talking shit about Kyle, still saying like shady things in confessionals. So I don't know why Garcelle's saying that. The only thing that I think is super weird is that Sutton is comparing her relationship to Kyle to Dorit and Kyle's relationship. And while I don't think Dorit and Kyle had like the solid relationship, it's just very different of a relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you can't
like, they've been on the show for so long too. So it's like, and you came in like halfway. So it's like, why are you even comparing that situation?
Yeah.
But then even Garcelle made a comment too in the confessional, like, it basically ruins, like if Dorit and Kyle are not as close, then Sutton and Kyle are closer. So she like doesn't like to see if Kyle and Dorit get close again.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, Garcelle, she's just saying all the things.
I don't know. I'm like liking what she's saying because a lot of what she's saying.
No, I agree with what she's saying, but why isn't she saying it to her? She's just saying it to confessionals to us. It's like they hide behind the confessionals and it bothers me. Because like call something out, like call her and say like, why are you so obsessed with being friends with her? Who cares if she's close with Dorit? Like you can still be friends with her too, and it's just weird.
Dorit like was kind of annoying this episode though when it comes to something. Dorit is like fucking she's feeling like she's on top of the world, and I swear it's because Bose has her back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If Bose was not in the picture, she would be such a bitch. But like she's getting like, which I mean, that's the kind of friend you want, like a friend that gives you confidence to be like, I have your back, and I am. And Bose is so smart. She's so intelligent. Like the way she talks and articulates, she can put anyone in check. And to know that like someone like that has your back and will put someone in check for you, like that will give you a level of confidence. And I think that that's why Dorit is being like so intense this season.
Speaking of Bose, by the way, so like we do this like question thing on our Patreon, like an Ask Us, and I saw someone ask us a question, and I want to read it for this part. It was Angela Bella. Okay, she goes, Real Houses of Beverly Hills. Do y'all think Bose is using this baby thing as a storyline? I saw someone post this on Twitter and it had me thinking. Okay, so this is a quote on Twitter. It says, he needs to know your daughter better, but y'all planning on having a baby. But he needs to knock to enter your home. But you're waiting on engagement to move in. But he hasn't said, I love you, ? Make it make sense. What do you think about that?
I do think it's all weird. Do I think that she's doing it for a storyline? I don't know. I
just feel like even when everyone was coming after you know, that new girl in Potomac, like saying that, oh, you like hired your boyfriend, whatever. It's like, this is their first season. Like, do you guys think that they're that desperate for a storyline their first season?
Yeah, here's the thing. I don't think someone like her would be desperate because I think that she doesn't need the show. So she's not going to go out of her way to do some like stupid ass thing like that because she literally does not need the show.
But like, yeah, I agree. I don't think it's a storyline, but I don't think it is adding up a little bit in the sense of like,
weird.
Yeah, the like this whole like baby thing and like, you know, like, and they're not committed and they're not getting engaged. And then like, even like watching the conversation, like, you know, with her daughter and him, it was like a really cute dinner, but her daughter was asking all these questions and like, you know, and even like Bose was like, I'm too scared to ask these questions, but it's like, but you want to have a baby with him? Like, how are you scared to ask these questions?
Yeah, that's like, so like, come on. Yeah, that's
okay. She probably told her daughter to ask those questions because she's like nervous, but it's like, okay, like, no, you should not. If you're about to have a child with someone,
told her daughter to do it. I mean, there's those people.
You don't think so?
No, I just.
I would tell you right away, like, hey, ask this. I want to know if he like.
I would tell you, but I would not tell my daughter.
Oh, I would all day. I'd be like, okay, ask if like he would want to move here or there.
Yeah, I don't know. It is weird. It's not adding up, and I'm sure at the reunion they're gonna call it out a bit.
So?
Yeah, I do think they're gonna. I think
they'll call it out and say like it's not like it doesn't make sense. Like why?
I think Andy's gonna read his card and be like, "Suck my ass." From Twitter said, "Bose, why are you? This is not
wanting
making
a baby and like you're not." Yeah,
I think that they're gonna do that. I wanted to talk about the Kyle and the Mauricio stuff because, like, obviously with Kyle, it's really hitting her because I think she had said, she's like, you know, I thought that we were going to still like live in the same house and just do our own thing. But first off, Kyle, that's not how life works. And she's like, so it's really hit me. But at the same time, like the Kyle and Morgan stuff is I'm with Garcelle where it's like, bro, you
moved on first. You moved on first.
Even when they were on Watch What Happens Live, when Morgan went with her, she was like tugging on her hip, like just like holding her, like caressing her hip type of thing. So it's like, come on, guys. However, I will say Mauricio's like a fucking loser because I'm sorry with your old age right now, like you like having multiple women, like this is like your era of like this is the time to like live life with like one woman. You don't need to sit here and he's spotted every day with like a new chick and it's like too damn much. And I'm like, you know what? I get it that Kyle moved on first, but like Mauricio, you're embarrassing. And if you were my dad, I'd be like, this is so cringe. Like put your, you know, pee be in your pants for a second. He really is too much. Yeah. He's like living life. Like, I guess for me, if I was Kyle, that would really be very hard for me because it's like, damn, he like is like happy that he's finally been able to escape this. And, you know, he's showing me exactly what he was like dying for.
And then so she should go live her life and like live freely then. And she really should do what she needs to do. The thing is that like, I think it's hard watching their conversation is like, okay, they're separated. And I still think because you're separated, obviously you can do whatever you want. You're separated, but I still do think you guys have to answer to each other because you're not divorced. Like isn't that the difference between divorce and separated? Like divorce, like I don't give a shit. We're done. But separated, it's like, are we trying to figure things out? Are we trying to get back together?
Well, I
You
think
should be.
the reason they're not divorcing is because they didn't have a prenup. They have like a million things, businesses, everything. Like it's gonna, and she even talked about that one time. So it's gonna take so much time to divide assets and to come to an agreement. So I just feel like they're both comfortable with like where it's at now because they're collecting money and it's working for them. And to go through the logistics of all that is a lot. So that's
sure.
why.
I'm just saying in the moment when we're watching it, it's like this was the first time she saw him like with a girl, and it's like I do think he should answer to her still. You know, it's like you guys like that hasn't happened yet, so like you should be answering and you should be telling her the truth and like what's going on so she knows. Because here they are still hugging each other, saying I love you, like all these things. Like she's thinking maybe there's an opportunity.
I don't think she thinks that.
I think
just,
so. This whole
her
season she
confessional,
had
like
regret
this is
and
what
like thinking things.
she said in her confessional, this is when I really knew it was over.
Exactly. Up until that moment, up until her seeing him kiss somebody. Before that, she was hanging on to something. She didn't know where to go.
I feel bad for Jennifer Tilly, by the way.
I feel like it sucks for anybody to feel that way. Like when they're like, oh, this is like, a group, it's hard to get.
Hard, yeah.
Yeah. Someone just said that recently too, to another group. Oh, it was, never mind. It was Phaedra saying it to Myriad Medicine Girls. Like, you guys are clicked, but it's like, okay, Phaedra, you're good. But yeah.
Phaedra knew she was getting into Atlanta. She said, fuck you, ladies.
Yeah. I do feel bad because like, the way she was explaining is like, I thought we were going to go on all these trips and hang out. And it's like, and it's been probably more surface for her. That makes me sad.
You guys, they went, their cast trip is in St. Lucia. I went to St. Lucia where I actually got proposed, and I got proposed, and I don't even know what it's called. I'd have to look at my pictures, on top of like this like hiking popular mountain type of thing. It was so beautiful. And I'll never forget, there was this local place. There was this guy that I found. I follow him on Facebook because I like wrote him a nice review after. And he was like our go-to to explore St. Lucia. And he took us to a local place where like this mom makes this food. And it was, I don't know what type of food this is, but it was the best food I've ever had in my life. Until this day, I just dream about that. And I'm like, I can't believe people eat like that every day. And it was like in one of those like a hut. Like it was like, she just makes it and brings it out, and puts it in like it was one of those. Yeah, it was, oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. It's funny because today Chantel sent us a snap in our cousin chat, and she was like, it was like those flashbacks from 2 years ago. And she was like, oh, the moment that I got engaged. And what did you say?
I said, tell me, you're about to get engaged without telling me no. And it was like a picture of me. You guys, like, I got my hair done and like, I did my own makeup, but it's like, I looked so cute. And it's like, I don't even look like that half the time. So.
And she was implying that she knew she was getting engaged that day.
Yeah. And
That's so funny. I know, but it's so funny because what made you think that, by the way?
Oh my God, there were so many things. I forgot though. I mean, there was so many weird things. I think my mom had said something weird, or like my dad had just got a haircut too the day before, and they were just being weird. And I was living at home, and then I feel like, I don't know, someone else said something too. I think like even Jacob has said something by mistake. Like, oh, when I was watching the day. Yes, he did, Roxanne. That's what I'm telling you. There's two things he said. He says things by mistake. Like, oh, when was like your mom's watching. There was something weird. And then I also like, then when my fiance was like, oh, let's make brunch or something. I'm like, okay, dude, this is the day.
I'm dying. See, and that's a problem when you're dating someone for so long, or when you're older. Every event that you have, you're thinking you're getting engaged. Whereas in like when you're dating someone within a year, you'll actually be shooketh and shocked because when I went to
you're still talking about it. Like no one there doesn't know that like a ring is getting purchased. Like how?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, when I went to St. Lucia, so I had gone, this was actually like a birthday present for Jacob or something that I had booked or something. And we went, and I was texting Chanel. I'm like, well, you know what? This is the perfect opportunity for him to propose to me because like everything is beautiful here. He can just propose to me. And my husband is such an evil human that he waited until the last day to propose to me. And so I was texting Chantel, and I was like, he has not proposed to me. I cannot believe this. And I remember like getting into a fight with him one night, and I was like, I thought that this was going to be a trip. Like, I think at this point we had purchased a house, you guys. And I was like, I thought like you were going to propose to me and you haven't. Like, I cannot believe this. And he was trying to get my mind off of it. And he's like, just, let's just like enjoy this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, meanwhile, I'm like about to choke his ass. And I'm like, enjoy what? Like, do you have a ring or not? And then I remember like the last day we were going to go hiking and he told me to wear this white dress. I was like, what dress should I wear? He's like, I think I like that white one. I'm like, okay. And then we're literally like on our way to this beautiful, I need to figure out what it's called. This beautiful area.
It's a volcano.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It was so nice though. And I look at his pocket, you guys.
Revolutionize your cooking with the Tefal infrared air fryer. Watch as your food crisps up through a large lighted window and delight in faster, crispier, and juicier results with no preheating thanks to Tefal's advanced infrared technology. Discover the future of cooking and bring innovation into your kitchen by visiting tefal.com.
Support comes from ServiceNow. We're for people doing the creative work they actually want to do. That's why this ad was written and read by a real person and not AI. You know what people don't want to do? Boring, busy work. Now with AI agents built into the ServiceNow platform, you can automate millions of repetitive tasks in every corner of your business, IT, HR, and more. So your people can focus on the work that they want to do. That's putting AI agents to work for people. It's your turn. Visit servicenow.com.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
Paying rent can feel like throwing money away. And when you're spending so much, it can be hard to see yourself buying a home. So Rocket Mortgage is helping you put your monthly rent towards home ownership with Rent Rewards. For the first time, save up to $5,000 off the cost of your first home just by paying rent. Only at Rocket Mortgage. Call 800-4ROCKET or visit rocket.com to find out more.
Rocket Mortgage, LLC. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org, number 3030.
I look at his pocket and I see the box. Like I can see the shape of a box in his pocket. And I'm like, why? Why would he like, how could someone ever be like, why would, how would you not hide that? I didn't say anything. Of course, I'm not about to ruin this. I've been looking forward to this.
Clearly, you better not. You ruined the whole thing anyways.
Right. So I'm like, I am not going to ruin this. So we're like walking up and I'm like being all cutesy and stuff. And then we go up there. We're finally all the way at the top and there's this stunning view. And he like goes behind me. He's like, let me take a picture of you from the back. And I was like, this is it. And so I turn her and I'm like, okay, like cool. I was like, was it cute? And then I turn around knowing he's going to be on his knees. And he was. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh.
Why do I feel like it was cloudy that day? No?
It was a little cloudy, but it was still so beautiful.
Yeah, like it's like one of those things like you had to be there instead of like the pictures.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And so, and then so I guess like that day he called my dad. Oh my gosh, this was really bad of him though. He called my dad while we were in St. Lucie.
That's really bad.
I don't know why he did that. He's so not, he is like best friends with my mom and dad. He's so tight with my family. My brother's his best friend. Like, I feel like he's like close with my side. And he literally calls him that day and because he didn't want them to tell me. And he thinks that like our side has like big mouths. And so, yeah, they absolutely do. It's like 100% valid, especially because he knows my mom, but he knows my dad's not like that. But my mom, he was scared my dad was going to tell my mom. So after I get engaged, I call my mom and you guys, my mom
hated about her.
She was furious. She was so mad. She's like, what do you mean you got engaged? What do you mean you got engaged? And this was like kind of messed up of him. He should have told her, but I was like, yeah, I was like, I got engaged. And, my mom thought like I was in St. Lucia with like girlfriends and he came with his friends and we were in like different rooms. Like, I per favor, you guys. And so she was like, what do you mean? What do you mean? And then like, like whatever, I was like, yeah, I'm going to call like other people. And then she sends me a text and she's like, how dare he not tell me? How dare he not tell your mom? And I'm just like, oh my Jesus.
Narcissist. I'm just kidding.
No, they're just boners. I don't know how to explain it. But it was just funny because when you sent that picture, Chantel, and then I saw St. Lucia, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to ask Chantel why she thought she was getting engaged. I mean, but like you also knew because like you knew that it was happening because you kind of gave him an ultimatum.
No, but I didn't. My ultimatum was for the end of that year, and it was in March.
Yeah,
so it was 3 months
so
after.
true.
I really didn't know, but it was like yeah, I just, I didn't really, I knew like there were so many things that there were so many clues for it.
I feel like your husband's bad at that stuff too.
I feel like he does try really hard. I didn't know what he did, so like that was really nice, and like he literally had like a plane that said it, and like there was like a little city, it's called Kego Harbor, and like their little like Facebook group like was like, who the heck is this? You better say yes. Like I was like, we were famous in this little like Facebook group. It was so funny. And that
I think anything Val has done for you though, like you knew like it was happening. I just think that you like always like
I'm very aware. Like I've known like all my surprises really, except the one that you threw for me one time. But
the only surprise she didn't know was when I threw her. She had graduated.
Like, who the hell does a graduation surprise?
Well, because like your parents didn't celebrate it. No one celebrated it.
Yeah, no, it was really nice. But I'm saying like, who does this? Like I never was.
You were the only one out of your like. There's 4 siblings, and you were the only one, like in your family who graduated college. Like it was a big deal. And but Chantel doesn't care for that at all.
Like, you guys, this is how sick it is. Okay, I didn't participate in my commencement, but I went to my graduation and I watched it in the bleachers. Isn't that weird?
Wait, why did you do that?
Because I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want to have to like go up and get my thing. Like I hate the attention. I didn't want people to have to come to it. So like I didn't tell anyone about it. And then like I literally went to it because I was like proud. But like I just like watched it for like because like they're like 4 hours long. So I went there for like an hour and then like I left.
The way like I would have made that I don't know, like with my parents, like they would have like but I know your parents are like so different.
I have one like there was like because like I still bought like not I didn't buy the cap and gown, but I bought like a scarf almost, like it was like the ribbon that goes around your gown. I had bought it for myself, and then I remember the only photo I have is that day is like I put it on and I took a picture with my dad. It's so weird because I still have that photo.
Do we still have the video of the surprise party?
Oh my God, yeah, I think so. And I was so pissed, you guys. I was so mad.
This was like, it wasn't just the cousins. Like, this was like her friends. And
she like invited my college friends. Like, what? Like, just because, like, I was only close to them because, like, that year, like, you hang out with those people. It was just so, not like other people's college friends. Like, these were just like that year friends. Like,
you were hanging out with them every weekend, Chantel.
I know, but it was like just like that year, and they're like boys. And she like invited them.
Who cares if I invite boys? Like, you guys, what is wrong with us? Like the fact that she's like, well, you invited boys to my like party and I'm 24 years old. Like, what? I mean, there were guys there. There were your guy cousins there, and there were like your friends, and you have some guy friends too that you didn't go to school with that are just your friends. So, I did invite like your guy friends from high school. I'm sure you.
I have a board, dude. Like that.
Yeah, I think you were like, yeah. I think there you were like, why would you do this?
Like I haven't talked to them in like 2-3 years. Like, why are they here?
Why did I do that? That's weird. You must have talked to them still. There's no way. No, there's no way.
No, I really didn't.
I would never have done that, Chantal. That is weird.
No, you did though.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting like the ick thinking about.
Same. Yeah. Like that party gives me the ick.
That's so fucked up, dude. Yeah, but that's the one time she was surprised. So you know what? I did it. I made it happen. You guys, I texted Chant. Oh my gosh, wait, never mind.
What?
Nothing. Oh. Nothing. I por favor, but
yeah, I think that's the end of our episode.
Yes, you guys. Thank you guys for listening. Be sure to go on our Patreon. We'll have 2 episodes this week. But yeah, I think that's all that we have because I literally was like to Chantal, this isn't going to be long. And, of course we went on a tangent, but I love these type of episodes where I think about things. So hopefully you guys have a great day. Let us know if you guys were shocked about your proposal. And
I feel like most people know.
I really don't think I think a lot of people are going to come back and be like, I really didn't know something's wrong with you guys. Yeah. All right. Have a good one. Bye guys.
Are you looking for a partner that truly gets digital? At RHOA Marketing, we were born digital. It's not just what we do, it's who we are. From cutting-edge AI solutions to innovative advertising strategies, we lead our clients into the future with technologies that deliver real, measurable results. With over 15 years of lasting partnerships, we're proud to help businesses achieve their goals and maximize ROI every step of the way. If you're ready to take your marketing to the next level, visit HeardAtMarketing.com today. Herd at Marketing, where digital meets results.